Hello, everyone. So I know it's kind of dark, but I am in my bedroom and I don't feel like going anywhere else to do this video. I was gonna do it in my bathroom, but I just didn't feel like doing it in my bathroom. So I decided to do this video in my bedroom. It is a little dark, but it's nighttime and I only got one lamp, so gotta do the best I gotta do. Um, so I want to talk to you guys about my new novel. It's called The Missing Girl. The Missing Girl is a very good suspense thriller murder mystery. Yes, I know that's a mouthful, but it's going to be really good, really juicy. It's coming out very soon, hopefully before the end of this month, which is September. For those of you that don't know, for whatever reason you wouldn't know, but it's supposed to be coming out at the end of this month. Um, I very recently started working on it, but the words are just flowing. Like they're flowing so good. I do like dark stories. I'm a Scorpio, so for some reason I'm, you know, literally obsessed with things weird things like death, um, and peculiar ways that people died. That's probably why I watch YouTube channels like Stephanie Sue. I hope it's okay that I am shouting her out. I really like her. I actually watched a video of hers today, and she was describing this lady and her children, this really weird case, and I was putting all the pieces together, and it didn't take me long to figure out that this lady had actually attacked her own children. That's as far as I'm going to take that. If you want to know any more, you have to watch the video. And I think in the video, Stephanie Sue is eating um, tteokbokki. I think that's what she's eating um, in that video, along with you know, yeah. But anyway, she was eating that, and then I can't remember if there were. I can't remember what the side dishes were. I was so into the story, and the story was really, really good in a creepy, scary way, but it was really, really sad in regards to morality. But I love Stephanie Sue. I love Be Love's Life. I watch both of them. I'm a big mukbang fan, because I said mukbang. Usually, sometimes I say mukbang. I say both. So yeah. Um, um, Trying to think what else. Oh, The Missing Girl. I've been wanting to write murder mystery for a while, but I didn't know if anybody would read it. I didn't know if anybody would like it. I just didn't know. But it's surprisingly easy to write this murder mystery. It is not hard at all. I literally like solving crimes when there are big holes in stories. And so I usually know who the killer is before the end of the story, which is kind of depressing at times because sometimes I really want to be surprised. But usually most murder mysteries are very predictable. That's not how my book is gonna be. It's in every murder mystery that I'm going to write, it's always gonna be the person that you least expect. Usually the way it is, like in real life, sometimes you expect that person, and sometimes you're like, whoa, wait, what? The maid did it, or the butler did it, or, the grandmother did it, or the grand uncle did it, or whatever. And it was so funny. I was watching, I watch a lot of Korean TV and Asian TV shows, so Viki is one of my favorite apps. So I watch a lot of TV on Viki Rakuten, which is an app that's on Amazon for people that watch Asian drama. So I watch a lot of those, and because I do, I started hearing grand uncle, and I was like, is that the same thing as great uncle? What is that, right? So your grand uncle, this is what's crazy. Your grand uncle is the same thing as your great uncle, and it's weird, at least in Korea, and in English too. Like your grand uncle and your great uncle are the same thing. It means the same thing in Korea, and in English it just means the same thing. But also, if you have let's say it's your great grandparent and they have a sister. That's your great aunt. But you can also call them your grand aunt. But more appropriately, if it's your grandparent, you wouldn't call your grandparent's sister you wouldn't call them your great aunt. You would call them your grand aunt. And if it's your grandfather, you wouldn't call his sister or brother great great aunt or great uncle. You would call them grand aunt and grand uncle, at least in Korea. But in English, somehow it's the same thing. It's really weird. I don't know. Somebody please explain it. It's weird. But I learned that watching Korean shows, so it was always confusing because I always called my relatives great aunt, great uncle, you know. But you can call it, but it's both in English. It's the same thing in English. I'm not really sure in regards to, like Korean tradition. I'm not really sure if it will be the same. I wouldn't think that it was the same. But no matter how confusing it is, it was very interesting. I actually learned a lot about Korean culture when I watched Korean TV shows. What's polite, what's impolite. One of the coolest things that I learned in regards to Korean culture is that eating alone is not really seen as a sin, but it's viewed as unpopular in Korea. You're supposed to not eat alone, not drink alone. In Asian culture, period, you're supposed to be eating along with someone, drinking along with someone, so that you don't overeat, excuse me, and that you don't feel sorrowful when you eat. The Asians, at least in these particular Asian TV dramas, they don't eat alone. They say eating alone is a bad thing to do because it makes you feel lonely. And, it kind of does. Like if you eat, especially if it's a big meal and you're already feeling melancholy, then you start to feel sad. So yeah, that was kind of weird for me at first. But then when I really started deeply thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. Luckily, I don't have to eat alone anymore because I'm pregnant. So I'll always have my baby to eat with until, of course, I have my baby. But yeah, so I'll always have somebody to eat with now because I'm eating for two. And so therefore, that's a blessing. I won't feel I'm eating alone anymore. I'm actually eating for two people. But I don't know, it's like being pregnant is a whole nother experience as well. That's all I can say right now. That's all I can say. This is my first time being pregnant, so it's like yeah. But and like my body's expanding. That's a little, strange for me, things like that. First time being pregnant, everything scares you, every little thing scares you. Like there's not gonna be one moment where you're not like there's gonna be at least one moment where you're absolutely terrified when you're first pregnant. And probably every other time after your first pregnancy when you get pregnant again. This video was not supposed to be this long. I have another video to record. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell me the spookiest sound you've ever heard that made you laugh once you found out what it was. Like, it has to be spooky, but funny at the end. Like, the spookiest sound you ever heard. Sorry, my tongue just clicked. Ew. The spookiest sound that you ever heard, but it made you laugh in the end when you found out what it was. Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching once again. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. Bye, guys.